Okay, so let's just take a few minutes and let's cover a little bit of everything we've covered with equations and functions. Let's start with some data points on the xy. So if we have -1, 2, 0, -1, and 1, -4, we can see that x goes up by 1 each time and y goes down by 3 each time. So this would look to us like we have a unit rate of -3. Now, is that right? Well, let's find out. Let's start by graphing these points. So let's take -1, 2, 0, -1, and 1, -4. So we've got a couple points. Let's graph the line that these create. So because it's a line and it crosses the y-axis, it has a y-intercept right here at -1. It also has a slope, so if we go up by 3 and left by 1, or we go down by 3 and right by 1, we can see that we have a slope of -3, because how much it went up divided by how much we went over. So our line is y equals -3x minus 1. So that looks pretty in line with what we determined from our xy values as far as a unit rate goes. Now we can also replace the y with f at x, and we can confirm, yep, this is a function because for every value of x, there's only one value of y. Now, as we read this from left to right, we see that this line is going downhill, so we say that it is decreasing. Let's find out, let's pick a point, let's say when x is 3, what is the value of f at x? To find this out, we just plug in 3 for x. So -3 times 3 minus 1 equals -9 minus 1 equals -10. And does it have 1, 0, or infinite solutions? Well, if f at 3 is -10, that's one solution. There we go. Now, one more thing I want to do here. Let's kind of clean this up a little bit. And let's switch that f at x back to y equals. And let's set another equation. Let's say y equals x plus 3. Now we have a system of equations, and we want to find a y value and an x value that satisfies both of these equations. So what we're going to do is take the x plus 3, which is equal to y from the second equation, and plug it in place of y in the first equation. So we have x plus 3 equals -3x minus 1. Now let's subtract 3 from both sides to get x equals -3x minus 4. Let's add 3x to both sides to get 4x equals -4. And let's divide 4 by 4, so both sides by 4 to get x equals -1. So we have an x value of -1, and we're going to plug that into our second equation. Y equals -1 plus 3 equals 2. So we found x equals -1, y equals 2. Let's do this a second way by graphing this second equation. So the y-intercept is 3, and it has a slope of 1. And as we draw our line, we should find that the two lines meet at -1, 2. So x equals -1, y equals 2.